And it is through the self-mastery process that I have been able to do what I've done. And what I've done is create the content, do the work to put together this project, this masterpiece, the world's greatest healing center, the new Netflix, becoming Artist Sarah Long. The only reason why I've done what I've done is because of my program. It's because of self-mastery and committing to the daily practice of calibrating to well-being like it's my religion. The work to get out what is in you, it needs to be consistent. It needs to be precise. It needs to be aligned. And it takes so much time. And it is in that time of aligning myself, feeling good, doing the work to be in love, to be in joy, to enjoy myself, to be in the flow, to be willing to paint, to be willing to write, to be willing to draw, to be willing to create, to be the creator, to be the professional creator. It takes heart. It takes heart. A healed heart. Because otherwise the monster, the resistance, the shame, the fears, in every way, shape, or form, they will always get the best of you. They will always stop you because they will say to you things like, I don't see the point. I don't know why you would want to do that. And if we get seen, if we get noticed, if people pay attention to us, we risk so much. My fears and the way I feel about myself, I've created as a way of protecting myself from stories that happened in the past that broke my heart. And this is the shadow, this is the mask that we wear. But I don't want to feel like this anymore. I don't want to die never fulfilling my mission. And like I said, once you know, you can't unknow. So for me, this is everything. This is life or dying with huge regret. And I don't want to do it again. We are eternal. We are eternal. So, just because you die in this life doesn't mean you don't come back in another life in the same vibration, with the same storylines in our background, the same fears, the same feelings of shame and guilt and worry and doubt. Ultimately, what I'm trying to say is that in order for us to change the story, in order for us to change the world, we have to be willing to heal ourselves. We have to be willing to practice self-mastery like it's everything. We have to cultivate the government within, the healthcare system within, the healing center within, the entertainment within. And when we do that, that's when we start to activate the artist. The artist comes when we have aligned with our truth. Yes, art can be great in the dark. Dark art can be great. That's what a lot of my art is based on, my darkness. But it's because I went into the light. It's because I put myself in this process of raising my vibration. And in the light, I was able to shine a light on my darkness and let it out and let it out and let it out and let it out. And the more I let it out, the more I raise my frequency, and the more I raise my frequency, the more creativity I started to realize was in me. And I just kept letting it out. letting it out, letting it out. And the more you do that, the more you activate your spiritual gifts. And the more you activate your spiritual gifts and your creative gifts, you just become this very, very awakened human being. And this is what we all want. This is what everybody is looking for. They're looking for this in sex and in money and in food and in friends and relationships. They just want to be emotionally free. Free to love unconditionally, free to forgive easily, free to create art, to be the artist, to be the deliberate creator of their own reality. So many people give their power away to the outside world because of their fears and insecurities. And this is what is causing so much divide. This is why history continues to repeat itself, because ultimately what we want is within. And what we want is our gifts. What we want is our purpose. And what we want is the juice to turn our purpose into something we can see on the 3D stage. That's what we came for, right? We came for the real life, physical, the tangible experience. We came to have the opportunity to take our life and the canvas that we are and to create something, to paint something, to draw something, to act something, to speak something, to whatever. But gifts are in us. Our gifts come through our chakras. And when we raise our frequency, we fill up our chakra cups and we become more vibrant, more rich, more delicious. And that's where the magic is. That's where the real creativity is. Imagine art from a place of love. From a place of love. For once. What does that look like? So many people want to hold on to their shadows. They want to stay in their pain. And I get it. I get it because I know that this work is so hard. And I know that it is easier to just walk away. But it's not easier in the end. Walking away from it or pretending that you feel good when you don't will only come back to bite you in the ass eventually.